Hello, hello. I'm the Consummate Concierge, and I'm here in this makeshift studio that we've designed to look like a library with old books and encyclopedias, which are sure to make me look smarter than I really am. Glad to see all of you, my wonderful students, again this week. If you've been following my blog, you know that I have recently become a full-time professor. So, I have a surprise that I did not announce. I'm taking a cue from beloved world citizen Oprah and turning The Consummate Concierge's The Art and Science of Getting In or Not masterclass into a part written, part Vblog hybrid tutorial. Now, I hope you enjoyed our first day of class together the other week, even though it ended on a shocking note for some of you to learn that you were, well, social roadkill. But never you fear about that. I'm not called the expert of etiquette on getting in for nothing. See, I'm already fabulous. As if that had to be stated, right? But the proof of my reputation as the master of in lies not in my ability to get in, but in the true test of my skill, which is to see if I can teach you, the average Joe or Jane, to do it, or at least fake it pretty good. Now, this is certainly not a class for the faint of heart. Yes, for some of you, this will be a long and tedious journey to climb your way up the social ladder. And for some of you, you will sharpen your social skills to a level where you will finally be able to grab that last golden rung that seemed unreachable. I'm talking about the elusive VIP. Sure, I'm going to give you tests and challenges to determine your progress. But whether you pass or fail, we're going to use it all as learning experiences to show your friends how much better you are than them. And I will be there through the entire journey to guide you and cheer you on in your success towards graduation. But you'll never get there if we don't whip you into shape. So, just to recap our last class lesson, there is most certainly an unspoken code of access or a perpetual invisible velvet rope keeping you out of VIP. And we have aptly defined that state of social existence as the Consummate Concierge's Heirarchy of Hotness, which everybody fits somewhere squarely into, whether you like it or not. Now, speaking of everybody, let's quickly establish that until you're able to stealthily navigate your way into VIP status in any situation, you fall into that clump of human mass known as everybody. Now, a barrier to most people being able to effectively maneuver in this social jungle is that they don't know how to speak the language of the gatekeepers, the doormen, bouncers, maitres, and hostesses of the world. However, because your professor has exclusive insider knowledge of the lingo or the language of hospitality, I know it intimately and am going to teach it to you. Like the fact that everybody is not someone and someone is not necessarily somebody. That was pretty clear, right? Okay, one more time for the pretty people. So when talking going out, somebody is an important person whose presence is coveted. For example, she's somebody the manager knows. Let's get her a table ASAP. Now, anybody is the average person who regularly goes out. For example, pretty much anybody can get into that club. Now, nobody is a person who is basically invisible and completely out of the loop. Say, like the guy who walks up to the front of the line to ask, how long is the wait to get in the club? For him, eternally. So here's another example of nobody. The door guy says to you, sorry, nobody's getting in tonight. You say to the door guy, but we've been in line for 45 minutes, and you let that group of 8 tall blondes who just walked up behind us get in. Door guy says to you, they come here all the time. Sorry, we don't have any more room for nobody else. An Italian couple then pulls up in a Bentley coupe, pushes past you and walks right in. See how that works? Now, everybody is a general term that could be anybody or nobody, as in nobody is getting in tonight, which really means anybody who is not somebody. I just don't see how that could be any clearer. So, now that we've gotten the general terms out of the way, let's get even more specific. As we discussed previously, the levels of the social food chain, which are very clearly defined, with peons being at the top, which is again really at the bottom, because that's where the masses live, and rock stars being positioned at the bottom, which is really the top, because it's such a heavily coveted yet narrowly occupied space. Within my hierarchy of hotness, the terms are more reflective of your social status. And the term I'd like to talk about more in-depthly this week is that of a peon. Unfortunately, I myself have a hot event to get to, which of course, those of you who follow my Twitter and Facebook will be able to find out in a few short hours. But next week, we will pick up where we left off. And as always, you can live the life of Ian by reading my posts and attending my tutorial classes right here, all right in the virtual classroom, which I call CanYouGetMeIn.com. And you can always follow up with my own social climbing adventures on my yellow brick road to reality on my Twitter page at ConsumConcierge, my Facebook fan page, facebook.com/ConsummateConcierge, and my brand spanking new, soon to debut blog, TCC Unplugged, the making of a celebrity brand. Life's a party. Can you get in? Class dismissed.